popping out the chain for this vid. Oh, it's lagging? No, don't worry, don't worry. I know how to fix it. I'm a scientist. Oh, let's get into it. Top 20 tallest WWE wrestlers of all time. Okay,
The world of professional wrestling, height has always been an advantage. It not only adds to a wrestler's imposing presence, but also enhances their ability to execute powerful moves and dominate opponents in the ring. In
Andre the
this video,
Giant.
we'll be taking a look at some of the
He's
tallest and
definitely
most
number one.
dominant WWE superstars of all time. From giants like The Undertaker,
I
Andre the
just
Giant,
farted.
and Kane, to newer stars like the Great Khali and Omos. We've compiled a list of the 20 tallest wrestlers to ever step foot in a WWE ring. So let's get started. Number 20. Kane.
Kane.
Kane is so tall that despite standing 7 feet tall, he doesn't even rank among the top 8 tallest wrestlers in WWE history.
Damn.
The former WWE champion stands a few inches taller than his fictional brother, The Undertaker, making him the 9th tallest person to ever wrestle for WWE. Kane has been praised for being extremely safe in the ring, not only with his opponents, but also with himself, which is likely why he hasn't suffered as many injuries as some of the other names on this list. Kane is now the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, after retiring from wrestling. Number 19. Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash had the height and
NWO.
talent to be a star, and he became one. Throughout his career, he was known for some pretty bad gimmicks. Throughout his long career, he was most famous for his roles as Diesel and Big Sexy. He had successful runs with the WWE,
Hey, yo.
WCW, and TNA, and was a 6-time world champion and a 12-time world tag team champion. Nash did all of this while standing 6 feet 9 inches tall. Although he only held the WWE World Heavyweight Championship once, he was able to keep it for the majority of the 1995 calendar year, for a total of
Imagine being 6'9". Jesus, bro.
358 days. He was an extremely gifted big man, and in 2019 he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Number 18. Commander Aziz. At WrestleMania
Never heard of
37,
him.
Commander Aziz made his presence known by attacking Big E, and
What year?
WrestleMania 37, Commander Aziz made his
37?
presence known by attacking Big E and
Wasn't too
teaming
long
up
ago.
with Apollo Crews. Because he is such a huge man, he immediately drew the attention of the WWE Universe.
That's the
Aziz
Umaga
is a
shit, the
commanding
thumb.
presence, and his height of nearly 7 feet makes him one of the team's tallest players. He can look down and dominate the vast majority of wrestlers, and his height will undoubtedly help
He should be like a baby face. No way, bro. Look at him. He don't look rude, mean at all.
look
Like
down and dominate
he doesn't even look big. Like, he looks tall, but like usually the big man's WWE are like scary and shit. But he's like he look like he's like 5'9".
vast majority of wrestlers, and his height will undoubtedly help him. Number 17.
Just 'cause of his
Big
face.
John Studd. Despite being a towering 6 feet 10 inches, Big John Studd was usually
How tall?
Despite being a towering 6 feet 10 inches, Big John Studd was usually just second fiddle to the 7'4" Andre the Giant for the duration of their wrestling careers.
7'4"?
Studd won several championships, including the WWA World Tag Team Championship and the WWF World Tag Team Championship, as well as the 1989 Royal Rumble. Despite his achievements, Big John Studd's most memorable moment was when Andre defeated him in a body slam challenge in Madison Square Garden during the first WrestleMania. Number 16. The Great Khali. It's no surprise that the Great Khali, who stands 7 feet 1, is one of the tallest WWE
Damn,
superstars
7'1".
in history. The Indian superstar was also one of the heaviest WWE stars of all time.
Like
And
400.
his massive frame earned him a run at the World Heavyweight Championship in 2007. No offense, but Khali's massive frame and build showed in the ring, as he was quite
Damn.
slow inside the ropes, which was to be expected given he was one of the tallest WWE stars ever. Number 15. Uncle Elmer. Elmer was more of a character than a wrestler, and his height only added to that. Uncle Elmer weighed 475 pounds and stood 7 feet tall. Unfortunately, Elmer was only able to wrestle for 2 years in the WWE before being forced to retire due to his deteriorating physical condition. This guy has no real accomplishments to speak of, and while we didn't get to see much of him due to his brief appearance, we did get to see him marry his wife on Saturday night's main event, so that was memorable. Number 14. Angelo Dawkins. Angelo Dawkins is another wrestler who stands at 6 feet 5 inches,
That was
making him
weak.
one of the tallest
Oh,
people in the company right now. And
never
he
mind.
has an advantage over his Street Profits partner, Montez Ford. Inside the ring, he's slightly taller than his tag team partner. Despite his height, he is incredibly agile and fast in the ring. He brings a lot of energy to his wrestling, which is why Dawkins has had so much success, bringing great pace for someone so tall. Number 13. Silo Sam.
I don't know
Sam's
him
height
either.
has been exaggerated up
Damn.
to 7 feet 8 inches, but
He got
real
his nip.
estimates place
Why he got his nipples out, bro?
around 7 foot 3 or 7 foot 4. Silo Sam, despite being
Yo, he's Victor Wembanyama.
complete giant, didn't have a particularly memorable wrestling career. He was best known for his work for Von Erich's WCCW as Silo Sam, but he also briefly wrestled for the WWF as Trapper John. Silo Sam is another example of how height does not guarantee victory in professional wrestling. Skill does, and Silo
Should have went to the NFL then, bro. NBA then. Damn.
Sam was not a skilled athlete.
They
Number
would have taught you how to grab boards, bro. You don't even need a lot of skill for that.
12. Big Cass. Cass is one of the tallest men in WWE history. Big Cass is 7 feet tall, as stated in Enzo Amore's promo opener, and that is something that cannot be taught. Cass was brought into
Big
WWE
ass.
through the NXT system before making his main roster debut alongside Amore in 2016. Because of his 7-foot frame, WWE took a shine to Cass and made him feel like
Damn, bro. I don't know if it's the camera, but he don't look 7 foot. I don't know if his wrestling is just a tall sport. He don't look tall though.
star of the group, fighting for the Universal title just 5 months after joining the main roster. Cass would only be on WWE's main roster for 2 years before being released just after WrestleMania 34 in 2018, in the midst of a
Damn.
feud with Daniel Bryan. However, given
Damn.
how impressive his appearance was, it's not surprising that Cass was so popular within WWE. Number 11. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, he is pretty big.
McIntyre is a physical specimen, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall. His
What?
height has
What? 6'5"? I think he was bigger than that. Wait, is the tallest from the shortest? What are you doing right now?
them back in anyway, and he's one of the best in-ring workers on the roster. However, it's only a matter of time before McIntyre finds himself back in World Championship contention, and perhaps a third World Championship reign is on the horizon. Number 10. Jinder Mahal. Mahal is not only one of WWE's tallest wrestlers, but also one of the company's most jacked. The modern-day Maharaja has certainly outperformed himself, as he is a former WWE champion and briefly held the United States Championship in 2018. There's no doubt that Mahal has worked hard, but he's not a great wrestler. Mahal is one of the most despised WWE champions in history, and despite not being technically sound, his movement inside the squared circle is not languid for a man 6 feet 5 inches tall. Number 9. Shanky. Shanky is another of WWE's newer wrestlers, having joined the company to work with Jinder Mahal. Despite the fact that the former WWE champion is a tall wrestler, Shanky can stand above him because he's tall, standing at over
You're just tall. You know much. Yo, you ain't think like yeah, I'm gonna be in front of mad people in a ring with muscular. Bro, you haven't. You ain't look like you hit a weight room, bro. That's crazy. All you look like is eat. You eat. That's it.
7 feet tall. He's one of the tallest wrestlers in WWE history, which is sure to get people talking.
This is what makes wrestling, like professional wrestling, look trash, bro. Like, look at this.
He's one of the tallest wrestlers in WWE history.
That was even a good slam, bro. I'm not even capping, bro. You need some type of muscle to make me look like you throwing around dead weight. This look like he really is throwing himself
Standing
on the
at
floor.
over 7 feet tall. He's one of the tallest wrestlers.
He has no veins. He's not even flexing. There's no bumps, no definition. Yo, it really sounds like I'm hating, but I'm not a hater. This is just bad for the views, for the like look at him. He's perfect, no homo. Look, he's muscular, whatever veins define. You feel me? Bumps and lumps, lumping and bumping in. But this guy is just like a female, no homo. Come on, bro.
in WWE history, which is sure to get people
Said, no, bro, you're not the great Khali.
talking. While he still has a long way to go in terms of establishing himself, his height draws people's attention.
It's like he has them little tight things to pump up his shoulders, make it look like no, bro, you got no shoulders, my boy. No bicep, no tricep, no elbow dents, no forearm figures. My boy, it's sad. It's sad.
Immediately. Number 8.
Put me
Kurgan.
in the ring.
Kurgan is the 8th tallest wrestler to ever work for WWE, standing at 7 feet. Kurgan worked for WWE, then
Kurgan.
WWF from 1997
Bye.
to 1999
Bye.
as part of the Truth Commission
Bye.
and the Oddities. The big man never reached the heights in WWE that his massive frame suggested he would. Number 7. Big Show. Because of the
Big
bizarre nature of
Show.
wrestling, despite being dubbed the world's largest athlete, Big Show is only the 7th tallest WWE superstar in history. Big Show's overall size, not just his height, is what made him one of WWE's biggest ever stars.
How
And
it goes from Great Khali to the Big Show, and in between, it's like 6'5" niggas, like Drew McIntyre.
isn't a short lad. The former world champion was even a couple of inches taller than The Undertaker, with whom he shared the ring on multiple occasions, and just a hair taller than Kane, his former tag team partner.
Bye.
Number 6.
Paul
Paul Bunyan.
Bunyan.
Bunyan's
Who
height
the-
has been
who is
listed
that?
as 8 feet 6 inches, but more realistic measurements place him at 7 foot 7. He began his career as
What?
6 inches, but more realistic measurements. Bunyan's height has been listed as 8 feet 6 inches, but more real
8'6", bro. What?
measurements place him at 7 foot 7. He began his career as an actor, playing a variety of roles in films that required a man of his stature. He then went on to wrestle professionally in Salt Lake City, Utah. After his brief wrestling career ended, he became a preacher, referring to himself as Goliath for Christ. Paul Bunyan, possibly the tallest man to ever
I'm all for God, but how you go from one of the biggest entertainers, biggest men, biggest probably the biggest packet, you feel me, to preacher? It's cool though. I love God too.
so professionally will be remembered as a wrestling giant.
It's a
Number
big
5.
ass
The
sledgehammer.
Undertaker. Undertaker made his debut 32 years ago and is still going strong. The Undertaker has established himself as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and unquestionably one of the best big men to ever enter the ring. The Undertaker
best.
definitely takes advantage of his height, as he's widely regarded as one of the scariest wrestlers of all time.
Kane and Undertaker, hands down, are the biggest, best big men in WWE ever.
His character, who stands 6 feet 10 inches tall, is one
If y'all go back and see when Kane was new with the mask, like 2003, 2002, ever, bro, he was dead ass jumping off top ropes, doing backflips outside to get out the ring. Like he was athletic for 7 foot.
most enduring in wrestling history and has reached legendary proportions. Number 4. Giant Silver.
Kane. I mean, Undertaker wasn't that athletic as Kane, but Undertaker he was up there. He used to balance on the rope. Remember, he used to always, you feel me? He used to do little shit. He jumped off the ring to Shawn Michaels that WrestleMania 25. That was crazy.
Silva was taller
crazy.
than the Great Khali, which is quite an accomplishment. Giant Silva, like Kurgan earlier on this list, was a
Never
member
heard
of
of
the Oddities in WWE from 1998 to
Yo, you look like a
1999.
girl, bro.
Silva was the taller of the two,
Yo, you look like an ugly ass. Nah, I'm not gonna say that.
at 7 feet 2 inches and weighing over 350 pounds, and he certainly looked the part. Nonetheless, despite his massive
You look like you falling apart.
Silva was not far from being the tallest WWE superstar ever. Number 3. Omos. Omos is currently
Omos.
the WWE roster's tallest member, standing at 7 feet 3 inches. The former Raw Tag Team
Shit.
Champion is a beast of a man, and given his stature, it's no surprise that
Shit.
WWE has big plans for him. Omos is so tall that images of him appearing taller than AJ Styles surfaced online.
He been playing for the Golden State Warriors, bro, helping out Stephen Curry. Feel me? But instead, you're
when AJ was standing in the center of the ring and
Instead, you're looking
Omos was
cool.
on the outside. Omos dwarfed Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 38, which is saying a lot
Damn,
considering the
bro. He got Bobby Ashley looking
WWE
small.
Champion is one of the largest members of the active WWE roster. Number 2. Andre the
Andre the
Giant.
Giant.
Andre is a legendary figure. Andre the Giant, as his name implies, was no small man. Standing at 7 feet 4 inches, the WWE Hall of Famer is the second largest individual to ever wrestle for the WWE. In addition, he is
Oh.
the largest person to
Oh.
ever hold the WWE Championship, with the
Yo,
person at
he could even bump out. Hulk Hogan could even
he
bump
is
out.
the largest person to ever
Look,
hold the WWE Championship, with
he
the
dead ass
person
just
at
slid
number
under.
1 never having won the belt. WWE used Andre's height to sell tickets, with the scene of the big man being slammed by Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 3 becoming one of wrestling's most iconic moments. However, he is not the tallest WWE superstar in history. That
Damn.
goes to number 1, Giant
Oh.
Gonzalez.
I
Giant
remember
Gonzalez
him.
is one of the WWE's tallest men. Let's not mince words. Giant Gonzalez was an
Yo, what makes it scary is that costume, bro. Take that shit, Bigfoot shit off.
absolute mountain of a human being. The Argentinian weighed more than 460 pounds and stood a whopping
Damn.
8 feet tall. Gonzalez towered over the
Eight
Big Show
foot?
by about a foot. To put that into perspective, Show is about a foot taller than Chris Jericho. Gonzalez was with WWE for about a year, even wrestling The Undertaker at WrestleMania, but his massive frame ultimately prevented him from working in WWE. Despite his brief appearance in WWE, no one can deny that Gonzalez is the tallest person to
Yo,
work
bro, he's like a Mexican, bro. You know bullshit. He's like a Central American, tall as fuck. That's how y'all was built back then?
match for the company.
Mexicans now, bro, they won't pass 5'5", bro. So it's crazy that he's that tall. Hey man, shout out the Gonzalez, man. Shout out every Gonzalez in this world, man.